real quick, I just wanted to make like this video speak about my opinion, like the five main sports in America that I know of: hockey, baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, right? And sort of just wanted to rank them from easiest to hardest. So the easiest I'd say is soccer, because you just 2-year-olds could play even with refs, regulation nets and every regulation nets and everything. Just kick the ball from here into your opponent's side within these parameters without touching it with your hands on average, except for this goalie person. Within the amount of time, first person to get more points on the other side wins, right? First team. Next would, I'd say, be basketball, because it's the same idea, but this time you're making baskets. You have extra things like no double dribbling and charging, but on average, I'd say basketball, still the same idea within these perimeters, within this area, within this time limit. First person to get more baskets win. Following up, I'd say would be hockey, maybe, mostly because it's harder than the other two because you're on ice, and you're hitting with the stick this time. It's a lot harder to see a hockey puck compared to a basketball or soccer ball. But I'd say it's still the same idea. Little harder than the others, not a little, but greatly harder than the others for the average Joe, right? But still the same idea within this amount of time, within these perimeters, which is easier to say in the perimeters because you're in a ring. Make these pucks into the other opponents within this amount of time, you win, right? Following up, I'd say would be football, American football, because same with the others, you have to sort of stay in your bounds. With soccer, you have to stay in these positions, right? But in football, it's just taken to another step, another level. And I'd also say, the idea of throwing, having to catch, can't throw behind you, field goals, putts, all of these, which you still do get putts in soccer, but not to the same idea as football. And like football, throwing, catching, certain people can't throw, certain people can't catch, all this, different from, soccer and the others. So just more rules. And then obviously the last one is baseball, by a large margin, in my opinion, because unlike hockey, where hockey, the puck's on the floor, and, even though it's small, you can still hit it, and it's easier to see because it's black with all this stuff on the floor, white usually, except for the opponent's uniforms. You got a baseball, which is white, can blend into the sky, and it's getting thrown so fast, all this, you have to hit it. And even if you do hit it, unless if you hit it real far, you just make it to the other area, and you have to rely on your teammates and all this. You got outfielders, infielders, all this, and just, I feel like baseball has way too many rules for it to be easy for the average Joe to just pick up. But yeah, that's my opinion. Tell me all